Yeah, we just doing it like we always do it this time. I got the rhyme. Now throw your hands up in the sky. Shout out to Kanye West. It was my album. I'ma be on MTV, mama. Yo, this is Big Vern at App Stupid. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. Been a busy day here in the frigid Midwest on a Monday. My goodness. 34 is the high. Make sure you grab your coats and your hot chocolates on the way to work. Also get the kiddies off to school a couple of weeks before Christmas. Today's been a good day. Talk some Louisville football. Louisville, they beat Punk out and just smashed Kentucky into just nothingness in Lexington, 41-14. Purdue, the Big Blue faithful, where do they go from here? Big Blue Nation. It's going to be some soul searching, a lot of questions asking once the season comes to a halt. Then we talked some Ohio State. Ohio State must fire Ryan Day. Ryan Day hasn't won the Big Ten since 2019, and they've lost to Michigan for the last 3 years in a row. Also, he's lost to Sharon Moore twice. Jim Harbaugh didn't coach. He didn't coach last year when they won that championship title. He was under suspension by the Big Ten and the NCAA. He only coached the college playoff game. So do what you want with that. From there, we talked about Deion Sanders and must be the money. They beat the dog stew out of Oklahoma State. That wasn't even fair. Again, like I say, the Pac-12, they got all of this stuff tied up in there. Then you had Georgia getting a gift against Georgia Tech. 8 overtimes? Come on, man. Send the kids home. But credit to them. So I'm going to go from there. And before we get there, we'll just do a quick rap album we're promoting this month. This is Big Vern. Drop the spot. Dun, 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 dun. It's your boy Big Vern coming to you live with another rap album we're promoting. Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre, Missionary, dropping next month. Yes, next month. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites that they already released is Gorgeous. That song is crazy. We've only done this for one other album, which is LL Cool J, and we were right. We're going to be right again, so make sure you go get this where you legally consume music. Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre, Missionary, drops next month. And shout out to Snoop D.O. Double Jizzle and Dr. Dre doing their thing. Back again in Missionary. Y'all know what Doggy Style was like. So I'm hoping that this one is the same way. No drop off. Let's get it. So when we go back and we look at this game, there's not a lot to talk about positively for Purdue. I'm not going to hold you. Let's not play games. Purdue 1-11 overall. Yeah. There's nothing positive about this. They have some things that I've never seen. For example, I've never seen a team have 13 yards in rushing for the game. Not a quarter, not a half, the game. 13 rushing yards is shocking and appalling. These dudes didn't convert a third down the entire game. I've never seen that. I've never seen that. These are things that I've never seen. And it wasn't like they were playing a penalty-laden game. They had 5 penalties for 38 yards. I guess that's good. But it's not good when you give up 349 yards through the air. My goodness. 349 yards through the air, 233 yards on the ground. The 31st downs, Indiana, look, there was nothing. I'm not doing this. You had Curtis Rourke, 31 throws they dialed up for him, 23 of 31 for 349 yards and 6 touchdowns. Running backs, Ellison, he had 11 grabs for 63 yards and a score. Ellison had more yards by himself than the Purdue running back room combined. Let that sink in. You have one player in Ellison. Justice Ellison had 11 grabs for 63 yards and a score. He had more yards and touchdowns than the Purdue running back offense. He almost had more yards running than they had throwing as a team. And I think Cignetti was just letting everybody play. Some of these guys I haven't seen out there. Elijah Green, he had to go ahead and get some run in. James Carpenter, I thought that dude was directed movies like Wes Craven. Then you had Taven Jackson, Tracy Jackson Davis's brother. He had 20 yards rushing. He had more rushing yards than Purdue. Taven Jackson had more rushing yards than Purdue by himself. He had 3 touches for 20 yards. They only had 13 yards rushing. Again, this isn't a long segment, okay? I have nothing positive to say. 66-0. There's not much to talk about. There's not much to talk about. It's going to be Indiana's so good. They're so distant. And Purdue is so bad. I'm not going down that aisle. Nothing can be said about a team that gets beat 66-0. However, since we're here, look forward. So, somehow Penn State has jumped Indiana in facing Oregon for the Big Ten title in Indianapolis. And I think Indiana has a legit argument over Penn State to be in the seat to get into that game. We already know Indiana's going to the college championships, playoff. They're going to the playoffs. But the Big Ten, Indiana deserves to be there. They both lost to Ohio State. But a team they struggle with, UCLA, they struggle with UCLA late. Indiana beat them handedly. Again, there's legitimacy for an argument, but where do you go? Because both teams are now, 11-1. Anyway, that's the show. That's the show, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow, Pro Talk. Make sure you tune in. If you are part of the Bloomington faithful, get in the comments. Let me know how you feel. This is Big Vern.